Tonight, Vince Carter became the first player in NBA history to play in 4 decades. Carter came to the NBA in 1998 and 22 years later he's still here. He might not have the bounce he once had, might not be the best player on the team anymore, but it's such an amazing accomplishment, so I decided this is a good time to look back at Vince Carter's amazing basketball career. Hey guys, Purple Punch here, and today we're looking at half man, half amazing Vince Carter. After leading his mainland high school basketball team to the first class 6A title in 56 years and becoming 1995 McDonald's All-American, Carter went to North Carolina. He spent 3 seasons there, averaging 12.3 points and 4.5 rebounds, with the most successful season being his last one, when he averaged 15.6 points and 5.1 rebounds. Vince Carter entered the 1998 NBA draft and was drafted 5th by the Golden State Warriors, but then was traded to the Toronto Raptors for his college teammate, the 4th overall pick, Antoine Jameson. Because of the lockout, Carter's season started only in February of 1999. In his first game, Vince Carter had to go against Boston Celtics. He played 31 minutes, 21 seconds, and had 16 points and 3 rebounds. The first 20 games of his career, he was inconsistent. Carter scored 16 points in his very first game, then had only 4 against Washington. 3 days later he scores 22, then 2 days later has only 7. That was pretty much the theme of the first 20 games for him. But in the last 30 games of the season, Carter got much better. In the last 30 games he had just 2 games with single-digit scoring and had 3 performances of 30-plus points. He won the Rookie of the Year award, and in total, Carter finished his rookie season with averages of 35.2 minutes, 18.3 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Next season, Carter blossomed. He became a full-fledged starter. Individually, Carter averaged 25.7 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. Team-wise, Carter led the Raptors to their first ever playoff appearance, was named an All-Star, and gave fans probably one of the best dunk contests ever. And he won that too. In summer of 2000, his cousin Tracy McGrady was traded to Orlando Magic. Carter responded with averaging 27.6 points per game and helping franchise to a record 47 wins. Toronto made the playoffs and beat the New York Knicks in the first round, but lost in a 7-game series versus Philadelphia in the next phase. Carter missed a game-winning shot. That was his last playoff series with Toronto. Carter was a star, so in August of 2001, he signed a 6-year contract extension for $94 million. Unfortunately, soon after he started having knee problems. His injuries limited him to just 60 games for the 2000-2002 season, and because of the off-season surgery, he played just 43 games in the next. Carter spent 1 more full year in Toronto, averaging 22.5 points. Then started having some disagreements with the team management. He didn't particularly like the coach, and once a rising superstar was now regularly sitting in the 4th quarter. It all resulted into a trade to the New Jersey Nets. Soon after arriving to New Jersey, Carter had an interview in which he was asked if he played as hard as he could in Toronto, to which he replied, "In years past, no. I was fortunate to have the talent. You get spoiled when you're able to do a lot of things. You see that you don't have to work at it. Now, with all the injuries, I have to work harder. I'm a little hungrier. Getting a fresh start has made me want to attack the basket." These comments angered Raptors fans, and in his return to Toronto, Carter was booed heavily. Carter finished his season strong in New Jersey, averaging 27.5 points and 5.9 rebounds, but despite his strong performances, Nets had a quick exit in the playoffs. That was a theme once again for Carter, but his strong play continued and he made a couple more All-Star teams. That netted him a new 4-year, $61.8 million contract with the Nets. He played out just half of his contract though, as in summer of 2009, Carter was traded to the Orlando Magic. In total, Vince Carter spent 4 seasons in New Jersey. In every season he averaged 20-plus points per game, but the playoff success was missing. Carter's stop in Orlando was short. He was 33, was slowing down, but he also was together with one of the league's brightest stars in Dwight Howard, And actually, their partnership, even though for only one full season, resulted in Carter's longest playoff run. The Orlando Magic went all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2010, where they eventually lost to the Boston Celtics. By the end of 2010, Carter was on the trading block again, and this time landed in Phoenix, where he played up until the NBA lockout. After the NBA lockout was over, Carter signed with the Dallas Mavericks. It was a 3-year contract. The Mavericks were just coming off a championship win over Miami Heat, and his former Nets teammate Jason Kidd was playing there as well. Carter was mostly reduced to bench role and played just around 25 minutes per game. Unfortunately for Carter, the team that just won the NBA championship had lost some key players during free agency and was nowhere near a championship contender anymore. Vince Carter spent 3 seasons with the Mavericks and had averages of 12 points and 3.7 rebounds. After his contract ended, the possible retirement was never questioned. Carter was already 37 years old but still wanted to play. He signed a multi-year deal with the Memphis Grizzlies and ended up playing 3 more seasons there. All 3 years they made the playoffs but were eliminated quickly. The retirement was once again an option in 2017, but by then, already a 40-year-old Carter signed a 1-year, $8 million contract with the Kings. He averaged 5.4 points and 2.6 rebounds in 17.7 minutes. In summer of 2018, Carter signed with the Atlanta Hawks and made history, as on October 17, 2018, he started at forward spot and became the second oldest player to start a season opener at 41 years and 264 days old. During the season, he became the oldest player to score 20+ points in a game by scoring 21 points in a game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He also was a part of a quadruple overtime game against the Bulls, where he became the oldest player ever to play 45 minutes in a game. He was 42. During the season, he broke a couple of his own oldest player records, and in the summer of 2019, Carter was free agent once again. Carter expressed desire to play one more season, and he ended up re-signing with the Atlanta Hawks. And what he's doing now? He's making history. That's what he's doing. On December 10th, Carter played in his 1500th game, and tonight he made more history by becoming the first player to play in 4 different decades. Half man, half amazing, has had a great career, and it's interesting just the trajectory of it. It all started with a bunch of talent and maybe some laziness. You know, if God has given you all the ability in the world, maybe you don't have to work as hard, and it's what he has said himself. And what it has evolved to is just pure love for the game, leadership, and a great example for young players. He also started as a highlight dunks machine, but he has become a great 3-point shooter. His career still continues, but so far, Carter has played in 1,510 games and has averaged of 30.4 minutes, 16.9 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 3.1 assists. He has played for 8 teams, is an 8-time All-Star, and a 2000 Slam Dunk Contest champion. Currently, Vince Carter is number 20 on all-time leading scorers list, number 6 on all-time NBA three-pointers made list, and 4th in all-time games played. The only thing missing for him is a deep playoff run with real chances of winning a title, and just for him, I would like for some contender to trade for him so he has a chance to win a title. But even if he doesn't, his career is still amazing. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. What do you think of Vince Carter? What can you tell me about his greatest accomplishments, and would you like to see him on a contender as well? Please leave a comment below, leave a like for Vince's amazing career, and press that subscribe button to motivate me to stick 4 decades on YouTube. Share the video with your friends, and don't forget to enable bell notifications to not miss any videos in the future. Thank you very much. This was Purple Prince, and I'm out.
It's a brand new day, everything is A-okay. The rain is gone, the clouds are clear. It's gonna be a better year.
I'm in control of me. I'm feeling fine, you see it. I know some folks probably mistook my kindness for weakness. Can't bring me down, though I heard a few cracks. I'm 100% healthy, got my vertical back. You know the jump shot.